In today's video, I thought I would show you how I've experimented with doing dewy makeup. I did recently try it and I did like it. It's not really something that does well on my skin throughout the day, but I did like how it looked when I did it, so I thought I would share with you how I did it. And also one of my friends, Diego, asked for a tutorial, so this one's for you. Put some toner on because I haven't even done that yet. The Liz Al, the Instant Boost Skin Tonic Spritzer. My recent go-to moisturizer is this, the Kiehl's Ultra Facial Cream, using this foundation. So I have it in 3 colours, number 1 shade, so I'll use this, just the inner centre part I want to brighten. Shade 3 is what I'm using as my actual skin tone base colour, I guess. Because I don't actually have any cream contours or anything like that, I'm just going to use a darker shade 6. I did have 7, but I felt this is more of a cool tone. I think I'm going to use a primer. This is the Touche Eclat Blur Primer. Once before I did use it with the Yves Saint Laurent foundation, which I love, and I want to do a video actually showing me using it because I used it the other day and I was just astounded with how well it lasted on my face. I used a primer and I also used a setting spray. These products do smell so nice. I did notice that the primer and the foundation just smelled delightful. You have a mirror and you also have the cushion. Slide the lid to take off and you have the little like spongy thing. Then you tap this into it. I was surprised at the coverage of this. It was really skin-like, really buildable. When I first saw this foundation in use, my friend Diego, he was wearing this when we're in LA and I was just fascinated. I was staring at his skin like, your skin looks unreal. I'm not one for dewy finishes really on myself usually, but on other people I can't help but admire it because I always feel like it's something I can't really do. But it feels really pleasant on the face. It just feels like you've used a damp beauty blender. But if you can really see a difference. I do like that the coverage of this can be quite sheer. I do feel it's quite buildable as well. And if you dipped your finger in, you could then load a lot more product or a brush. I haven't actually tried a brush, I've just dipped my finger in and then used that to conceal. My skin texture has improved a lot. Like, I was watching some of my old makeup videos and I was just like, wow, like my skin is so different now. I'm really tempted to do a holy grail skincare video and talk about products I love, but my skincare hasn't really changed, so I'm going to take shade 6 and then use that as I would a contour. Yeah, let me know in the comments if you prefer this more kind of talkative style or if you'd rather my shorter, more concise voiceover videos, or I don't really know. Let me know, I guess, what kind of stuff you like. This will just give more kind of warmth and dimension to the face and hopefully a natural kind of looking glow. Next is the lighter shade. Doing it on the higher points and just brightening up the face. Feels so light. I wore this to dinner at the weekend. I noticed by the end of the night, because my face then became oily, oh, my skin felt horrible. Like, I felt shiny and like it just did not last well on my skin. I did also wear makeup like this the day before. I did powder and then use a setting spray on top, and I went on a night out and it did become shiny. It didn't really last on me. Underneath you can then neaten up and go a bit higher. I can use my finger in the product and use that as a more kind of intense application conceal. So this is something that you can try, but I definitely in my under eyes have to use concealer because I just gotta. Go-to concealer is always the L'Oreal Touche Magique Ivory Beige under my eyes. I do pull them here to brighten them up because I have dark circles. This ring finger, I will need to set this. So I do loosely put powder on it, but then you can either try and make it dewy with a slight kind of glowy product afterwards. The powder I've been using is my holy grail powder, Too Faced, the Primed and Poreless, and the packaging looks different in America, I've noticed. I swear it's always sold out whenever I go to Debenhams in Norwich, so I just lightly apply it I really love Burt's Bees lip balm. This is the vitamin E peppermint one. Highlight, and what I've been using, Soap & Glory Glow All Out Stick Ice Shimmer. So before I tried doing this, but I did feel like it did take off the makeup, so instead put it on my finger and then put it on my face. So with this product you could load it onto your finger and then pat it onto where you just have powdered. So you've still kept the coverage, and then you're just adding the shine back in. If that highlight is not enough for you, then I have been using, out of the Gleam one, I mixed these bottom two colours. Look at that, that's ridiculous. So this is like crazy shine. I think this stick really works well for doing the Cupid's bow area, because I find putting powdered highlight on this area, because like I got some hairs there. Luckily most of them are fairly faint, but I do have hairs there, so if I use the powder it just looks odd. So this just works really, really nicely in this area, I think. Look at it glowing. Ooh, lovely. Putting that down my nose. I don't actually have any cream blushes, so I'm not actually going to add any blush. Usually for brows I would use this brow box, but I'm going for a more natural look. So the thing I find that works well with this product is a really light hand. You can see it makes such a difference. Like I'm being really, well for me, I'm being pretty light with it, but it is a pretty dark shade. Like I'm using 5. Next I want to set the brows, and this is with the Benefit Ready Set Brow. Pretty straightforward, comb free brows. Like so, done. Woo. Eyeshadow, I'm going to use this because it's just my go-to. It's so easy and just lovely. One here, and I'm going to use that to set the lid for the other colours. This top shade here, go into the crease. These colours work really, really well. They blend so easily. When I did my Brits video, I then did this, then I did this colour. I'm just going to skip straight to this colour, I think, and then go over and darken it. Put it underneath a little bit. Spraying the brush, this is my toner spray, then going into that first shade I used. A lot more pigmented. My usual eyeliner, this is the Kat Von D Tattoo Liner Trooper. Quite thin on the top, more natural. Look, all this glow. I can't talk to you while I do this bit. I'm barely even breathing. I'm gonna follow how the eyeshadow goes. Mascara I've been loving, as well as my L'Oreal Miss Hippie mascara, which I do love, is this one. This is the YSL The Shock mascara. I've tried their vinyl one and loved that too, and I love the smell of them. It's weird, like Paul can tell when I'm wearing this because he can smell it. I'm really, really particular with mascaras. I have very short lashes. I would usually do my lower lashes, but with this look just transfers to my under eye, so I've just skipped on doing that. I'm going to set my face. I'm going to use the Kat Von D Locket, and then I tend to do my lips afterwards. I don't know if that's a normal thing, but I just realised that's what I do. This feels really different to normal sprays. I feel others really come out and mist and wet your face. This feels a lot lighter. It smells really fresh. It smells like cucumber, maybe aloe vera. It just smells really just like it's a delight to breathe in. So to finish off, I'm going to use this lip colour. This is in Dusty Rose, and this is new. I got this whilst I was in LA. So if this was too shiny for you, you could always get some loose powder on a brush and sort that out. Let me know if you've enjoyed these more chit chat videos, and then I will leave you with some of me posing so you can see the makeup. But let me know if you like this, because I want to do more. Yeah, hope you enjoyed it. Bye!